Yeah,
Excellent.
you were,
Hello.
you were so epic. The
Thank
mother
you.
in the building. Melissa, tell everybody who you are, and then you got to tell your story because you have completely lit the platform on fire with your clans and the whole movement. Everybody's fired up to see you and hear the crews.
Awesome.
Mother, tell us.
First of all, I want to say hi to all the step chickens in the chat. Mother Hen is very pleased that you are here, so thank you so much for joining for the first good cause that I'm ever doing. And so, okay, yeah, so really quick, for those of you who don't know me, if you've seen like an annoying, ugly, like blue picture of like an Asian girl with like a bunch of like hairs coming out, that's me. I started the thing. I know a lot of people hate it, and I'm totally fine with causing controversy and stirring the pot. Yeah, I'm living for it. And so, a little bit about my story. So 6 months ago, I was working a job I hated at Google, which is a dream job for a lot of people. I personally hated it. So I just quit to pursue online comedy, which is what I'm doing now. So I started TikTok about 6 months ago, and I think most of my followers kind of knew me for my, family friendly humor. And when I say family friendly, I mean extremely dark humor that is completely inappropriate for people who are under 18. But people under 18 are still watching it, and I have no control over that. So whatever. I don't really care, to be honest. But yeah, and then like 2 weeks ago, I started this cult thing. But I really want to say that it started 2 years ago. I think this cult is actually 2 years in the making. So a quick timeline. So the
Please.
very first time I took the holy photo, it was actually just like a weird selfie that I sent to one of my friends over Snapchat. It was 2 years ago. She turned it into a mug. I made a TikTok about it, and everyone went crazy over the picture. And then this one night, I just did one of those like mirror TikToks. Like all my followers know, I just get like stoned out of my mind every night and I make videos. And so I was stoned and I was like in the mirror and I was like, we should start a religion like months ago. And then, so it was sort of like slowly building. People knew I had the chicken suit. And then I think one of the turning points was for, those of you who watch porn, as in everybody, unless you're non-normal, most people know that there's this kind of like pornographic stereotypical trope of like a stepbrother seducing a stepsister with the classic line, stepbrother, or stepbro, what are you doing? And then so I made one in the chicken suit with the punchline being, step chicken, what are you doing? And everyone really loved that. And so that's kind of how the name Step Chickens was born. And so it kind of looks from the outside like I started this cult 2 weeks ago, but I really think this cult has been like a culmination of my life's work, really. And so, and I think that's also one of the reasons why it went viral. I think it's because I've been sort of implanting this idea, not intentionally, just like totally accident. Like, every night while I was stoned, I was like, we should start a religion. And then it kind of like slowly became this. And now we're the Step Chickens. 6 months ago when I quit Google, if someone had told me like, hey, you're going to be a cult leader in 6 months, to be honest, I would have believed them. And here we are. I am a cult leader. I'm achieving my dreams. The New York Times and Forbes published articles about it today. And like, when I took that really ugly selfie, I did not think that it was going to be this prolific on all over the internet. But I'm glad it is, because you know what? That's what I really look like. That's what I really look like.
So, Melissa, what about when other cults started popping up? How did the mama hen feel about that?
I thought that was funny that they thought that they could even begin to challenge my cult and I. Like, we were literally so powerful, and when I held these cult battles, we just like completely dominated every comment section to the point where it like wasn't even fun anymore. So that's why I actually created Jeff behind the scenes. Like, so Jeff was actually my doing. I actually got a bunch of the cults together, and I was like, can you guys like combine to form a super massive cult so that it's actually a fight the next time we go to battle?
Early sports, you needed a true rival. So you took 4 or 5 of the small ones, said, you guys all combine and become Jeff to at least give me some sort of like something of a challenge because you were starting to get tremendously bored.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, this needs to be a challenge. Otherwise, it's just, um, I don't know, what's that? Oh, a monopoly over I don't know, the cult market.
And what about the idea of taking on bigger things like actual religions and governments?
I'm gonna steer away from maybe actual religions. The government, I am definitely down to overthrow. I think we should definitely go for the government.
Melissa, can you help me count down the chest? Have you been seeing this click? So this is free money. This is literally
Yes.
free money. I understand you have the most powerful social media cult in the world, but this is actually free money.
Okay, I
All right.
got it. I've been
Ready?
watching.
2, 1,
Two,
click.
one.
Let's go. Click.
Everybody click the chest. I'm gonna do
Oh
it
my,
right now. It's
actually,
free money.
click, 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 click.
Everyone click the chest. All right.
Works right now.
I
My
did
click.
it. I don't know if mine worked. Okay, that little planet thing, I think that's mine.
No, yep, I got $2. Boom. So everybody
Boom.
right now, all 9,200, if you're just joining, especially the whole Step Chickens family, click this chest. It's literally free money. All the money goes to the allinchallenge.com, which has been a huge success, a charity that I've been a part of. We've raised over $51 million over the last month to feed the hungry. I'm very proud of it. We've been spending a ton of time. I reached out to TikTok. I said, I'm going live for 12 hours. I need your support. They've stepped up. We raised $500,000 already earlier this morning on a separate stream. We've restarted the next one. I don't know what the number's at right now, but we're very proud. And we're getting a ton of the great people from the TikTok community. And Melissa has set the entire platform a storm. I as an OG in social media, remembered something called the Color Wars on Twitter in 2007 that reminded me of. So I've really enjoyed it. I'm really, really proud of you. And I know that comedy's in your soul. And I've talked to a lot of people that, you know, have interacted with you over the last couple of years. And like, it's just, I'm really happy for you. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you so much. No, I'm really happy for me too. Like you know, 6 months ago, I just quit my job and I was just like, this TikTok thing better work out for me. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe I'll just become an addict.
Are you thinking about any builds on this? Are you thinking entrepreneurially or are you thinking creatively still at this point?
Both. I mean, the plan now is to take over YouTube. So I made a video being like, "Hey guys, we're all moving to YouTube. I want the cult to take over YouTube." Um, I mean, honestly, I kind of want to take over the entire internet. Like my dream would be to like take over YouTube and then take over Instagram and then Reddit and then Twitter and I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe even 4chan.
That's a very, very interesting place.
It's an interesting place, but we're an interesting cult.
Melissa, I'm impressed. Keep going. Let me know if I can ever help.
Thank you very much, Gary.
Take
It was a
care.
pleasure.
Thank you so much for being on. Guys, if you haven't seen what Melissa's been doing, it's super interesting. And there's a lot of stuff that